After the heartbreaking loss in 2007 semifinals, TiSA Islanders vowed to win the championship this year.
I still remember the moment we lost at Final Four last year. I hate losing and it bothers me.
In September, TiSA Islanders hosted a recruiting camp for good players who wanted to join this team.
It was actually the first recruiting camp hosted by a UD student organization for its own sports team. Our team was already famous after the first 2 years' success, so I really thought we can really make this recruiting camp happen.
I had to show that I really cared for this team and that because everyone wants to play for this team really badly.
I was worried when I saw a lot of good players compete with me in this camp, and I'm glad I made it.
The Islanders went through a 4-month training period, and it's time for the IM basketball season again. Before the season started, Howard Chow was hired as the new head coach.
The most important decision made in the off-season is to hire Howard as our new head coach. We're a very talented team, but talent doesn't always win the game for you. And I believe a good coach is the last piece we need in order to achieve our potential. And Howard is no doubt top candidate in my mind.
Howard Chow used 8 regular season games to adjust the lineup and improve team chemistry. TiSA Islanders won by more than 20 points in 5 out of 8 regular season games, which was a good sign. More importantly, the new players learned the importance of teamwork.
This is an unselfish team. Everybody focuses on winning the championship and put his ego and pride aside.
Finally, the playoffs started, and again the TiSA Islanders entered the playoffs with high expectations.
The expectation is always high on us. Anything less than championship will be a disappointment.
To this team, the season never started until the playoffs began.
People talk about how easily we won during regular season games, but it's a whole different story in the playoffs. You play against good teams, and you lose, you go home. So it's really a real test for us.
Although the opponents were much tougher in the playoffs, the Islanders won as predicted in the early rounds of the playoffs. In their 4th playoff game, they played against ABSA, and they were just 1 win away from the Final Four. The battles between Asian organizations always catch the spotlight.
Honestly, I was so shocked when we were down by 12 points in the beginning of the game, and I was like, oh man, no way the season will end like this. But the good thing is we just keep our composure and keep playing hard.
With a great effort on defense and ball movement, the Islanders finally took the lead in the second half. But ABSA never surrendered. They kept pushing the Islanders. In the end, the Islanders won by only 2 points. After the hard fight against ABSA, TiSA Islanders found themselves back in the Final Four, where they ended their season last year. This time, they had to face the Texas Wranglers.
We have never reached a championship game before, so we really wanted to win really bad.
However, the Texas Wranglers were tougher than expected.
Their zone defense is so fast and so physical. Every time I got a ball down low, and I just immediately trapped 3 defenders, and they just simply took our inside game away.
Besides succumbing to the Wranglers' superior defense, fatigue also became a crisis for the Islanders.
It was the 3rd game in 3 days. We were exhausted. Our shooters couldn't make the outside shots to counter their 2-3 zones. We also made a lot of turnovers and give them a lot of opportunities to shoot wide open threes.
During the halftime, the Islanders were trailing by 9 points with a low tank left, and they saw their championship hopes slowly diminishing. But the team and their fans never quit.
During halftime, some of my teammates with my days I don't have any energy left, and I couldn't shoot, but I couldn't jump like I always do. So I tell everyone I need to step up, whatever's on the floor, they play a little better, because I can do it.
When the second half started, the team showed their spirit. The Islanders' defense escalated in the second half, and TiSA fans were louder than ever.
At the start of the game, I told our teammates that I felt like we're the better team. As long as we do what we've been doing all season, we'll come out on top.
I bet the Wranglers were intimidated by our defense. I would be if I were them.
With 2 minutes left, the Islanders gained a point lead, their first. And in the next possession, Lu Chao's Miracle Bank 3 gave the Islanders a safe 4 points lead with a minute left.
Yeah, so I was really nervous when I catch the ball. I was wide open, and I received the pass, and I just shot it. I didn't think about it, and man, it's freaking banked in, right? So yeah, and it has to be the biggest shot I've made ever.
With Islanders' most furious defensive performance, Texas Wranglers only scored 5 points in the entire second half, and the Islanders advanced to the championship game after the comeback win. March 26, 2008, the season finale, 2008 UTIM Basketball Championship game.
This is my last game as an Islander, so I want to play hard with no regret.
The Islanders started the game with a balanced inside-outside offense, and Larry Chen took advantage of Bacchus Entry's flawed defense strategy for a quick start.
For almost every playoff games, every time I catch a ball inside, I was immediately trapped by zone defense or at least double team. I was surprised that only defend me with single coverage, so I just paid attacking them aggressively and beat me off again.
Despite the smooth offense, the game was still tight because Bacchus Entry's number 24 was simply unstoppable.
That dude is amazing. His scoring ability poses great challenge for our defense.
As the game went on, the Islanders still had no answer to number 24, but Derek Zhao showed why he is the superstar of this team by tearing apart Bacchus Entry's defense again and again.
The beats rest feels so much better, and I just went on a roll. I got hot, it couldn't be stopped.
The Islanders closed the first half with a 1-point lead, the first halftime lead in 3 games.
We had a lead going to the halftime, which put us up in a very good position to win a game.
The Islanders started the second half again with a balanced offense, and the surprise came up when Bacchus Entry's number 24 was well contained by a new defender.
I felt like we needed to make an adjustment in the second half on defense, so I switched over. I found some weaknesses that he had during the first half, so we ended up making him turn the ball over a few times, and I'm glad I didn't let the team know.
With Jason Lee's successful defense on number 24, Bacchus Entry was not able to cut down Islanders' lead. Despite being held scoreless in the first half, Lance Lee found himself again when his team needed him the most. His several layups gave the Islanders the double-digit lead.
After that first half, all my coach and my teammates didn't give up on me. We all have faith in each other, and that's how our team distinguishes from the other team.
The Islanders never let Bacchus Entry get closer since then. With less than 1 minute left, they knew they had the game in control.
The clock winding down, it's so hard to believe that my dream finally came true.
It's the kind of moment you never forget in your life.
The Islanders won, and the legend began.
This is a moment some of us have been waiting for more than 3 years, and I'm just so proud of my teammates for making this far. And I told them, win or lose, we will be the team to be remembered.
I'm proud to be an Islander.
And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, finally see